Hello, Knoxville. This is your Knoxville Beer Board. Today is March 19th, 2024. So just to be clear for everybody, this is the Beer Board meeting at 5 o'clock, not to be confused with the council meeting that's at 6. Welcome everyone here and to those watching at home. Mr. Johnson, will you please call the roll?
Councilwoman Fugit,
Here.
Councilwoman Helsley, Councilwoman McKenzie, Councilwoman Parker, Councilwoman Ryder,
Here.
Councilman Roberto.
Here.
Councilwoman Singh, Vice Mayor Smith.
Here.
And Councilman Thomas. Here. 5 members present.
Thank you. The minutes of the last meeting were distributed by email. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Okay, the minutes stand approved as distributed if there are no corrections. I'm changing things. It is.
Shaking things up, it's good.
I'm going to credit Mr. Johnson with that. So, all right, moving on. Mr. Johnson, do we have anyone signed up for public comments germane to today's agenda?
There was no one signed up.
All right. Seeing as no one has signed up for public comment to the Beer Board, we will move on. The next matters of business are items to be postponed or withdrawn. Mr. Byrd, are there any applicants requesting a postponement? Mike.
Chair, yes, in addition to 5A and 5B already in that section, 6B, 6C, 6D, 6G, 6H, and 6L would all need to be postponed until the April meeting, April 16th.
Okay. So in addition to those already denoted, 5A and 5B, we have 6B, 6C, 6D, 6G, 6H, and 6L postponed to the April meeting. Without objection, I'll consider those postponed as requested. Mr. Byrd, are there any applicants requesting a withdrawal?
Chair, there are no applicants requesting a withdrawal.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Before we get started, I have a few announcements. When I call the names of the businesses applying for the permit, please come to the podium. State your name and address clearly into the microphone for the record. Applicants who are approved pending final documentation will need to bring their completed documents to the business tax office during regular business hours. Applicants that have their permit approved tonight can pick up their permit at the end of the meeting. Finally, as I am chairing the meeting, other members will be making motions in the 4th District. Let's get started. All right, we'll see if I can keep up with which ones got withdrawn. Our first agenda item is 6A, Arab Fest, Noah Dunwoody. We have Mr. Dunwoody here. Okay, thank you. You'll approach the podium and give your name and address for the record.
Noah Dunwoody. It's for Arab Fest, and the address is 415 Southgate Street.
Okay. Mr. Byrd.
We would just need approval from the Special Events Department.
Okay. Sergeant Taylor.
No record.
Okay. Do I have any discussion or a motion?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Thank you, sir, and appreciate it. Okay. Our next agenda item is, yes, Fanatic Brewing, Marty Bellis. There we are. This is what I need to put some paper to scratch. Hold on, I'm going to make myself a list. Okay.
Mr. Bellis, you need to hit the mic.
Is the microphone lit up, the
No.
red? Push the button.
There's a button to the right.
Does it
Yeah.
turn red? Yes. Now, start again. Name and
Okay.
address for the record.
Name, Marty Bellis, residing at 7113 Hickory Hills Drive, 37919.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to do this in the right order this time. Sergeant Taylor.
No record.
Okay. Mr. Byrd.
That file is complete.
All right. Have any discussion or questions? Would you like to make a motion? Microphone, please.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ayes have it. Okay. Our next agenda item, 6F. Correct? Okay. Fiore Bar and Lounge. Jesse Vose or Vose, you can correct me with pronunciations, please.
Jesse Vose, 303 Lakeview Cove Drive, Loudon, 37774.
Thank you. Sergeant Taylor?
No record.
Mr. Byrd?
We would need the certificate of occupancy and health department approval.
Okay. Any discussion or questions?
Final documentation.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. All right, our next agenda item is item 6I, Makers Incorporated, Karen Harden. Do I have anyone? Karen Harden from Makers Incorporated. Thank you.
Karen Harden, 1209 Callaway Street, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37921.
Thank you. Sergeant Taylor?
No record.
Mr. Byrd?
That file is complete.
Okay,
Move to approve.
okay. Ms. Harden, is this real quick before you go ahead, I was just going to ask you, so this is for a special event, a Taste of Tennessee Music and Food Festival at World's Fair Park?
Yes.
Okay, is this a new event? Is it the first
Yes.
time?
First annual.
Okay, is it to benefit a particular entity or?
It's for my organization, and I also be done, some of the proceeds will be going to 3 other organizations, I'm sorry.
Okay, and what's the organization? Is it Makers Incorporated or?
Yes, Makers Incorporated is my organization. It is for mental health awareness for the African-American community. And I also be donating some of the proceeds to East Tennessee Support Cancer Center and a youth organization, which is CCYSP. And I also will be donating some of the proceeds to the Beck Culture Center. So each year, this year I pick the groups, but next year I will allow the people that come to the event to put the groups in and we'll pull for a group. But I will be picking 3 groups each year to give to a nonprofit organization.
Okay, well, thank you. And it looks like your event's May 25th and 26th.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm very excited to see you added to the mix. All right, I think we had a motion and a second. I can't remember if we voted or not. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, ayes have it. All right, next is, hang on a second, is it J? Okay. 6J, Monday Night Brewing, Joel Iverson. Hi.
Yes, ma'am. Hi there. Yes, we're Monday Night Brewing at 2110 Chapman Highway.
Okay, Sergeant Taylor,
No record.
Mr. Byrd.
We just need the certificate of occupancy and the health department approval.
Okay,
I'll move to approve pending final documentation.
okay. Any discussion or questions?
You just remind everybody where 2100 or 2110 Chapman Highway is and
Yeah, so it's the Kearns Bakery development that's all getting redeveloped there, and so we're going to be kind of the first thing opening that. Hopefully in about 3 weeks is the plan. So it's been a long time in the planning stages, but we're kind of finally on the goal line stretch here.
we're officially on the record holding you to that. So
Okay.
no pressure.
Okay.
Good try.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, thank you. Ayes have it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our next agenda item is 6K, Muse Knoxville, Kelly Stiles.
Kelly Stiles, 3616 Montgomery Avenue.
Okay, thank you. Sergeant Taylor?
No record, and just try to get the cast completed before your event.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Byrd?
That file is complete.
All right.
I'll move to approve pending final documentation.
Any discussions or question? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Stiles. Okay, our next agenda item is 6M Taj Indian Bistro. Do we have anyone here from Taj Indian Bistro? I'm going to hold this one to the end, if that's okay. Okay, we'll come back to 6M. Unless someone pops up. All right. We're going to move on to 6N, the Hazen Historical Museum Foundation, Whitney Patelka. Please correct my pronunciation. Whitney.
Whitney's not here tonight. I'm Teresa Mabry, and it's for the Mabry Hazen House, a fundraiser on their behalf.
Okay. Sergeant Taylor?
No record, but she will need to complete the cast class as well.
Yes, and she's aware of that. It's on Thursday.
Okay. Mr. Byrd?
That file is complete.
Okay. Any questions or discussion? Okay, I've got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Oh. Yeah, yes, subject to final documentation.
Correct.
Was that the motion? Cast class. Okay. Are we? What other?
That's it.
Oh, your mic wasn't on, so they didn't hear. Okay. Is everyone satisfied? Okay. Everyone satisfied? Okay. We have an adequate motion and a second. Did we vote on this? Confused in the, all right. The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we're going to move on to the addendum items now. Our first one is 7A. Chismosa Cocktails and Comida, Emmanuel Limon.
Chair, they have actually picked up their permit.
Oh, that is right. You did mark that one. We'll move on then. That was just to test my pronunciation skills. 7B Dash and Go, Tamalin Harper. Anyone from Dash and Go here? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Tamalin Harper, 2128 East Magnolia Avenue.
Thank you. Sergeant Taylor?
No record.
Okay, because these are addendum items. So, Mr. Byrd, do you have anything, what we're outstanding?
We're just waiting on the certificate of occupancy.
Okay. Ms. Harper, what's the status? What are the updates?
So the updates is, it took me a while to get someone to be able to draw up the plans for us. They ended up being a huge bill that I wasn't expecting, so it took a while to find someone. We found someone last week that can kind of help us out, get the plans drawn up, so we submitted the information to them. He told me it was going to take us somewhere between 10 and 14 days for him to get the information back to us. So I am working on it, trying to get it done. It's just, like I say, it was an unexpected expense, huge. So someone was supposed to call me from the last time I was here to help me, but I could never get in touch with anyone, but this is where I am on this, so I'm still working on it.
Okay. I'm trying to remember, because, sorry. I can't remember if I spoke to you or if somebody else spoke to you. Maybe Councilwoman McKenzie. Do you remember who spoke to you?
I think it was you.
You think it was?
I think it was.
Okay, so right now you've turned in plans to the building department, or you're waiting on the person who drew the plans to get them to you?
So what happened was they, once I went up to the permit office, for the plans, they told me to write the plans up. I got someone to do that, and then they ended up telling me that it was the wrong thing that I had as far as the permit, and they couldn't accept those plans. So once it began with the building being an overall overlay or outlook of the entire building instead of the part that the store is occupying. So partially, the store is only occupying a part of that. Well, now they want a whole outlook of the entire building. So like I said, this became an expense I didn't expect to have for the store to carry beer, but this is where I am. I've been working on it. Like I said, it took a little minute to get this going, but we did find someone.
Okay. For the rest of the beer board, the history of this is they were approved pending final documentation July 25th, 2023. We gave an extension on November 28th, 2023. And so here we are again. And I don't know if anybody wants to ask some questions or make a motion.
My light's not working, so
Oh.
that's convenient. What I was going to ask is, how much time do you feel that you'll need to get everything completed? Typically, we'll do a 90-day extension, and you can always turn everything in early, so you don't have to wait the 90 days. So if you get it done sooner, but do you feel like you've got 90 days would get you where you need to go?
Yes, I do. Now that, like I say, the cost is not so much of an issue anymore, once I found out the information that it took to get someone to draw up the plans, an architect, that was, like I say, a huge expense I never expected. With a lot of things that was going on with the building, it's maintenance, just routine. Normally, like I say, this was just an unexpected cost. So now that we have someone, yes, I think it will be done before the 90 days, but the 90 days would be great, just to cover.
Well, I'll make a motion to extend for 90 days. And I also just wanted to point out, just like the chair mentioned, you had been approved pending final documentation in July of last year. So if we get too close to that July date, typical policy for Beer Board would have you go through the background check again. And so just, if you get close to that July date, just remember that when you come back, you're probably going to get asked if you did that.
Okay,
Okay?
all right.
Councilman Roberto, could I get you to revise your motion to
Sure.
June instead of 90 days?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I have a problem with saying the number of days instead of the month, so I'm going to say June to make it easier. So I'll give you till June. Will that
fine.
work for you?
Yes, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Harper, I'm asking someone from the building department to give you a call. Okay? All right, thank you. Okay, our next agenda item is 7C, Fast Hand Tavern, Kevin Hibbs, Amber Green.
Hello, Kevin Hibbs, 3800 Sutherland Avenue.
All right, Mr. Hibbs, would you like to give us an update?
We have an issue with an investor that kind of put us at a holding pattern for a couple months there. We just got that figured out, so we should be making some major steps very shortly.
Okay. So the history is you were approved September 20th, 2022. And then we had you visit us again for an extension January 24th, 2023, May 16th, 2023, August, September, and January. So were you in a hold during a lot
Not
of
for that whole, not for the whole time, but we ran into some
Okay.
unexpected plumbing issues that
Okay.
came up to a lot of money.
Mr. Byrd, what are we outstanding on this one?
Just the certificate of occupancy for the inspections approval. Fire is approved already.
Okay. Yes. Councilman Roberto?
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. The last meeting we had, you guys were noticed to be here and you weren't here. That is troublesome.
And I apologize for that. I missed that email, and I apologize for that. That was not intentional.
And you ended up in good shape because that was the same day we had the snow, so.
Oh, okay, that's my
I said
excuse.
it's possible that you couldn't leave your house, so I'll give you an
I
extension.
would have walked if I had to, but I'm sorry, I apologize for that.
I understand. So one of the things that I'm concerned with here too is the history that the chair just went through. This has been going on for a long time, and I understand that, you can run into unexpected things.
Sure.
That happens. It has been, I think, more than a year since you've done a background check.
Yeah, and I'm willing to do that again. I'll go through that whole process again.
Okay. So I'm willing to give you an extension if you'll go through the background check again. Do you feel like you could get this done by June?
I would like to think so, yes.
Okay, and of course, if I give you till June, then you can always come in early, and when you're done,
Absolutely.
you
If
get
I
it
can
all
come in
turned in.
tomorrow, I will.
Because we love to see you, but I'm sure you've got better things to do with your time.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and extend until June, since they're going to do their background check again.
Sergeant Taylor.
When you'll also need to take the CAST class again. So to Councilman Roberto's point, when you come and take that class, you can do the background
Gotcha.
the same day.
Okay.
Okay. Councilman Roberto, did I hear a formal motion?
I move to give them till June, so extend to June.
Okay, and now I hear a second. Any further discussion? I feel like I've turned away from this. Okay. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, 7D, fuel stop. Samir Ramji? Is there, okay, great.
Samir MG, 4903 Clinton Highway.
Thank you, sir. Can you give us an update?
I'm waiting on my driveway permit from the TDOT. They were going through a transition period, so it got delayed, and now they are starting to respond again. So my engineer have been submitting them the plans to fix our driveway, and once they approve it, we can move forward.
Okay. Let's see. Mr. Byrd, what all do you have outstanding?
We just need the certificate of occupancy and then approval from the Department of Agriculture.
Okay. Sergeant Taylor, I think this one's not as old, so we're pretty good shape. Okay. Just for the beer board, this one was approved November 28th, 2023, and given an extension. No, I'm sorry. It expired now. Sorry. Any questions, comments?
Yes. Mr. Ramsey, you've made a lot of progress, and so you only like a little bit of documentation. Do you think you can have it done in 90 days?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I will move to extend the permit until June or about 90 days.
That's called a mixed motion. Okay, got a motion and a second. I believe Mr. Johnson loves our humor. He does. Or Mr. Frost. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Anyone opposed? All right, sir, you have an extension until June.
Thank you.
Ballpark 90 days. Next is 7E, Ian's Market, 118. Moise Pirani? Is there anyone here from Ian's Market 118? Okay, we can. I see no one. We can come back and do one more call here at the end. Mr. Byrd, if you haven't heard from anyone for that.
I have not, Chair.
Okay. All right. Next is Luniverse, Bernadette West. I haven't seen her either. Agenda item 7F, Luniverse, Bernadette West. Okay. I'll come back and call that one again before we wrap up. Next agenda item 7G, Shell Food Mart. Is there anyone here from Shell Food Mart? Dipali Patel? I know.
I had actually heard from them when I sent out the notice, so I expected that she would be here, but I don't know what has occurred since then.
Okay, I'll come back around. We'll do from the top here. We're going to move on to 7H, Tienda y Carniceria, my goodness, La Bonita, Luis Soto Hercules. You get to correct any of my mispronunciations.
Good evening, Luis Soto Hercules, 4101 Bruin Road.
All right. So your beer permit was first approved May 16th, 2023. And then we had a couple of extensions. And so can you give us an update of where things are for you?
Yeah, so right now we're waiting for the architect to give us the proposal for us to submit it to the office, to the city office. And so we're just waiting for that.
Okay, so you don't have approved plans? You've got to turn drawings in to get approved plans?
We've gone through like the process and we've submitted papers and drawings and stuff. So they've reviewed it and they've gave us comments and stuff, but they've told us that we need to get an architect to do us another plan.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so you're resubmitting?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do not have a permit for the work that needs to be done?
Not yet, no.
Okay,
No.
okay, I'm just trying to figure out where you were in the process. Okay, so Mr. Byrd, your notes are?
We would just need the certificate of occupancy, of course, and then the health department approval would typically follow that, so.
Okay, all right. What all build out do you need to do once you get your permit? What building modifications are you doing?
It's simple stuff. They are asking for like a wooded gated around the trash bin.
Okay.
Some plumbing. It's really simple stuff.
Okay.
So after we get approved, for us to start working, it shouldn't be about 2 to 3 weeks to get that.
Okay, so not a
done.
full build out?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not a whole lot.
Okay. Sergeant Taylor?
He is still good on my end. The cast is not expired yet.
Okay, how much longer does he have on that?
I should have wrote that down, but he had until the end of April. I forget
Okay.
what specific date.
Okay. All right. Any questions, comments?
Yeah, it looks like you've been really busy in getting things in order and just need a little bit more time. Would it help you to say maybe June?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll move to extend the permit to June, please.
Okay. All right, got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, ayes have it. You have an extension till June. Hopefully you can wrap up by
Yes,
then.
yes.
And
Thank
not
you.
come back to us.
I know.
Okay, next on the agenda is 7I, Tobacco Shop, Gunvantre Patel. Is there anyone here from Tobacco Shop? 700 Merchants Drive.
I did see Mr. Patel last week. And he
You
was-
did? Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But I can't pick him out of the crowd here today, so I'm not sure where.
This is the best attended beer board I've ever seen in my life. It's hard to see people. Okay. I'll come back and do one more roll call through. So let's move on to 7J Yeehaw Brewing. Let's see. Jesse Baker, Charles Ellis. I'm not sure who's here. Yes.
Good afternoon. Andrew Hale from the Kramer Racing Law Firm on behalf of Yeehaw Brewing.
Okay. All right. Oh, and Mr. Ellis.
Hello. Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Just popped up out of nowhere.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Would you gentlemen like to give us an update?
Yes.
Real quickly, I'll just, for the beer board, the beer permit was originally approved June 27th, 2023. We've had a few extensions. So where are we at now?
So we've been working very closely with the city. We believe we've identified the correct solution. I've filed for a parking variance with the BZA last week. Should be on the April agenda. So I would think that if that goes as planned, that should be resolved by next month. However, if we deem it prudent to, we would request an extension of some sort. If 90 days is deemed appropriate by the beer board, then that would be accepted. However, it should be resolved next week, is our hope, or next month is our hope.
Okay. Can you refresh my memory exactly what we're doing? Because I was at Yeehaw last night, so I know you're functioning there. What are we adding or changing?
So there is two spaces on the other side of Irwin Street, 130 and 134 Bearden Place, that there will be retail sales out of those premises, as well as the storing of inventory. Originally, it was going to be used as just inventory. That is not permitted under the zoning ordinance, so therefore it will be used as a retail space where it will be used, that which is permitted under the zoning code. However, there are parking requirements under the CG2 zone, and based on the configuration of this property, there is no parking available. So what we originally thought what could happen is we could enter into a shared parking agreement with the Yeehaw space off Broadway. However, accessible parking is not able to be shared under a shared parking agreement. So what we identified with zoning is to request a parking variance from the parking requirements under the zoning code.
Okay. So this is expanding the footprint from, like, the Yeehaw that's open right now has a beer permit. These are separate addresses.
Yes.
And expanding the footprint.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. I
Yes.
know we've heard about this one a couple of times, but it's a refresher. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Want to make a motion? Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
going to make a motion that we extend for 3 months. And if it is done earlier, that is perfectly fine. But if things don't work out the way you hope next week, it will give you a little time.
I disagree. I think we should move it to June.
Is that 3 months?
It is.
Look, it's been a long day.
Sorry,
Don't start
sorry.
with me. Okay, till June, so that my colleague and everyone is clear, till June of 2024
I
to
second
be
that motion.
exact.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to run back through a couple to see if anyone has joined us. The first one that we bumped to the end was 6M Taj Indian Bistro. Has anyone joined us from Taj Indian Bistro? Yes? Oh. Well, there we go. Pays off to wait.
Hey guys, this is Tushar, 10901 Taj Indian Bistro.
Okay. Sergeant Taylor. Oh, your name for the record, sir.
Tushar Kumar,
Oh, okay.
I'm one of the owner.
Okay. Sergeant Taylor? Okay, oh, okay, I'll speak slower. Sergeant Taylor, take your time.
Well, I'm trying to find my notes, but Mr. Kumar, Robbie, one of your other owners, has a current outstanding charge for sale of alcohol to a minor that has not been disposed of yet in Sessions Court.
I think he already did all that. He took the classes and I think he paid all the fines. I'm not sure.
Currently in our gym system, he's got a court date scheduled for the middle of April. I think it's
Okay.
April 25th.
Okay.
I can defer to
Mr.
Mr. Frost, I think.
Thank you, Chair. This pertains to Robbie Kumar. There
Right.
are a number of Kumars here.
R-
Well, on the application, sir, he failed to disclose that he had any charges currently pending. That's a basis for denial of granting a beer permit. And if he is convicted of a beer permit, Section 4-37 of the code, he would be ineligible and he would lose a beer permit. So as you all have applied, it can be denied.
He came on the board like later on. He was the original owner at first, but then now he's putting money in as we need more owner. So I didn't know what was going on with that, but we can discuss and I can, do whatever you guys ask me to do.
Well, he's listed, I believe, as a 15% owner,
Right,
sir. And like I said, 4-37, if he's convicted, he's not eligible.
Okay.
And if his failure to disclose, he signed under oath that everything was truthful and factually correct, and that's a flaw.
Okay.
So, Mr. Kumar, I'm going to reiterate what I think Mr. Frost said.
Right.
Is the way that the application has been made, that our only option is to deny.
Okay.
So I believe, Mr. Frost, correct me if my understanding is correct, they would need to withdraw this was one of their options to withdraw this application and reapply with a different ownership?
Yes, that's an option. They can withdraw the application and then come back anew with a different application.
Okay. So he can be on the board, like, he can be as an owner?
Well, he failed to disclose charges currently pending. That is a basis to deny the permit. Even if he had disclosed the sale to an underage person, if he was convicted of it, he was ineligible.
Okay.
Sorry, Chair, I don't think any of the lights are working.
Oh, it's just, is it me?
It's not you.
But I have a question.
Yes,
Mr.
Vice
Frost,
Mayor.
is it possible to withdraw the application? What impact does that have on reapplying?
They'll just start anew.
And
Councilman Roberto.
Thank you, Chair. So I'm not comfortable at all approving this because of the failure to disclose, but then the not disclosing it, a known issue, and signing off on it. So my recommendation would be that you withdraw and you come back with a different application. But that's your choice. So if that's what you'd like to do and withdraw, then I think now's the time to tell us that. Otherwise, we'll move forward with a vote.
I mean, I think that would be the best option we have.
Okay.
Right?
So what I'm getting from you is that you want to withdraw the application?
Yes.
Okay.
And then come back.
I'm okay with that.
Does anybody else want to wave their hands to discuss? Because I can't see a light, apparently. Councilwoman Parker.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify if the 15% owner is not found guilty in April.
Right.
He then can be a part of the next application. We just need to make sure everyone is accurately depicting, accurately answering the questions in that application.
That's correct.
Was that clear to you?
Yes. But I wasn't even sure, but.
And he properly fills out his application.
Right, as long as the 15% owner is not found guilty in April,
Okay.
he can be a part of the next application as long as he fills it out truthfully.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. And his court date is on April 25th, you said? Right?
Sergeant Taylor.
That's correct, April 25th.
Okay.
Okay. So if you wanted to reapply prior to the April 25th, then you would have to reconstitute your ownership, which might be, I don't want to speak to
Right.
the laboriety of that.
So I can't make the decision as of now, but so.
Sure.
For now, we can just withdraw, I think,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And then apply based on whatever the decision they make, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Whatever decision you make.
Right, but
Yes.
if we want to wait till April 25th, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And if he's convicted, he can neither be an owner or nor an employee, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, does anyone want to further discuss or make a motion?
I think They withdrew, so do we need a motion?
Oh, they withdrew, so there's no motion to withdraw from us. Okay. You've withdrawn.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, moving on, we're going to call the ones that are addendum items. 7E. Is anyone here from Ian's Market 118? Ian's Market, Pirani, Boghani? Neither of those individuals? 3208 Rudy Street, okay? 5th District,
Have we heard anything from them recently?
No, sir, I didn't get a response from them to my notifications, but it is a bit of a difficulty. Today, getting here, I would ask the board to consider that probably.
Yeah, I think I will. I will give them the benefit of the doubt. They've done a lot of work on it, and this has not been going on very long, so I would move to extend the permit until our next meeting.
June.
No, actually.
April, oh, I'm so sorry. I do. Okay. Is anyone seconding this motion? Thank you. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Ayes have it. Next is 7F, Luniverse, Bernadette West. Anyone here from Luniverse? I'm going to go with this 6th District. Councilwoman McKenzie, would you, let's see. I can't hear you.
I'd recommend that we push this to the next meeting, as maybe some issues getting here as well.
Anyone want a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Ayes have it. 7G, Shell Food Mart, Dipali Patel, 3717 Lonis Road, Drive. Shell Food Mart, 2nd District.
Chair, since it may have been a challenge getting in today, I'm going to suggest we hear this again in April.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone, okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ayes have it. 7I, Tobacco Shop, Patel, 700 Merchants Drive. Anybody here? Oh, great.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Name and address for the record, please.
Gunwant H. Patel.
Okay, sir, so your beer board permit was approved September 19th, 2023. We've done, I believe, one extension. Can you give us an update of what your progress is to this, what's going on right now?
It's still in the city review, so we might be done maybe next couple of weeks. So maybe
okay.
Extra 30 days.
Okay, this is,
Okay. I'm going to move to give you plenty of time, and you can come back early if you get everything in. I'm going to move till June meeting.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
okay, any further discussion? All those in favor? Anyone opposed? All right, sir, you have until June, and hopefully you don't need to come back to us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for making it in here. Okay, if there are no further items before the beer board, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.